All right, you guys, welcome back to Is Your Six Covered. Appreciate you showing up. We're at the Hornady NRL Hunters match in Price, Utah. So, headed off into the wild blue yonder, checking out all the pretty scenery, all that kind of stuff. And this is the morning of the first day. So basically it's about 6:45. We're going to be meeting at 7 a.m. in the morning for our briefing and then head off to whatever stage we're supposed to be at. For us, it was stage 1. So we had a chance to shoot stage 1 all the way through, I believe it was 18, 16, hell, 13, I don't remember. But it was a 2-day event put on by Hornady, and it was an amazing event. Beautiful scenery like it was in Cody, Wyoming the weekend before, but really nice venue, very well done. This is a really cool range to go to. They have like a western town, a mock western town, but here we're going to hear the briefing and go over some of the safety concerns, all that kind of stuff, get everybody sent to their stages, and we're going to start the day and have fun. So in NRL Hunter, what you really want to do is you want to come out with each stage with 8 points if you're lucky. And if you're a team shooter, you want to come out with 16 points. But how the scoring works is this. You have 3 options. One option, all right, so first option is 4 targets, 1 position. Second is 2 targets, 2 positions. Third option is 4 positions, 1 target, which I like because it's 3 less targets you have to look for, which makes it a little bit easier. You just got to move a little bit faster. And the reason why I say that is because now you have to find 4 targets. You don't have to move around as much, but you got to find all 4 targets, where the other things, where it's 2 targets, 2 positions, or 1 target, 4 positions, is definitely much easier than 4 targets, 1 position. But let's continue on. So we're going to have fun here. If you guys have seen my channel before, you know that I like showing my screw-ups. I like showing what I do good. I show it all. So I'm never going to sugarcoat you with just my good runs. You're going to see, I think I was lucky enough for a friend of mine, Brian, to record 4 or 5 stages. And the first stage that you're going to see me shoot was a complete cluster. So I was messing with the bipod, but we'll get into it. I'll kind of go over it. I'll try to zoom in so you guys can understand what's going on. I'll try to tell you what stage it is, or at least tell you if it's 1 position, 4 targets, or that kind of stuff. So I'll try to remember what they are, because I am doing this after the fact. But look at the scenery, how beautiful it is. One of the coolest things about this whole NRL Hunter thing is you're out in the middle of nowhere, which means 1, it's beautiful. 2, you're not in a bunch of just normal BS stuff. But here you go. This is the stage. I don't remember what stage it was, but I had a lot of issues trying to get in place. The things you'll see is, you'll see that stick in the back, the black stick. Basically from there, there'll be 2 sticks forward of that. And inside the stick that I'm sitting over right now, I should be able to find all the targets needed. So you have a left and right limiter. So somewhere within that little piece of pie that they have cut out, basically with those 3 stakes, I should be able to find all the targets if I'm lucky. Now, there is times where it's difficult to find targets, but if you use those markers like you're supposed to, and you look good enough, you will find the targets. Sometimes you will have a little bit of issues with, depending on how early it is in the morning, the sun might be shining into your scope or your binos or whatever the case is. So it can make it a little more difficult, but that's just part of the game. You got to fight through it. Everybody else is doing the same exact thing. So you just do the best you can. So now you do have options. Let's say that you have 2 targets, but you can only find 1. You can say skip to the RO, and in turn you can move on to the next position and shoot that one same target that you already found. Now if you hit those targets, if you hit a target on the first round, you get 2 points. But if you have to re-engage, which the word you don't want to hear is re-engage, meaning you missed, that means you have one more chance of shooting at that target for 1 possible point. So here we go. You're going to notice that I'm doing a lot of fumbling, trying to get the right height. What was going on is my bipod was, I figured would be a good idea to put on this big old piece of, down tree. But the problem is the angle of the tree was not in line with the target. So I needed to, basically I ended up messing with my thing, trying to get it to pan over or unlock it so it would pan. But I'm just burning a bunch of time trying to come up with something. I would have been way better off just shooting off of a tripod on this one. I would have saved a lot of time when I had time to engage all the targets. It probably would have got a lot more points, but as I go through this is my third NRL Hunter. I'm learning every time I'm going to a new stage, trying to become better, but it's a slow process, so there's a learning curve to it. And being able to come up with a plan, instantaneously is always fun. For some reason, I'm trying to use my bipod as basically a rear support, which I never use. Tripods are for freaking spotting scopes. As far as I'm concerned, I would have much rather had a better platform. Just shooting off of that tripod would have been a lot more stable. So I'm at this time, I'm wasted so much time that now I'm just trying to rush, and I'm not coming up with any good ideas, and really in an uncomfortable position. And it's one of those things, if you could have a mulligan, it sure would have been used on this one. But I think I came out of there with a horrible score of maybe 2, and it should have been a possible score of 8. But you just take the pain and move on to the next stage and hope you don't do it again. So let's go through these stages, kind of give you an idea of what's going on a little bit better. But you can see here I'm showing my stages where I'm screwing up, because the only way to learn is to go do this kind of stuff, or maybe to watch me screw up on YouTube, and maybe you'll be one step ahead of me when you guys go to your first NRL Hunter match. I will say that having a SkyPod double pull is a huge asset in this style of shooting. There was not many times, but there was a few times that I had to extend it all the way out and have it as narrow as possible to get it the height that I needed on a couple stages. And that seemed to work out really well. Anything past that, I'm basically shooting off of the tripod. And if it's low enough and I can use my knee to basically support my elbow, I'm still really solid, which is nice. But I'm basically scanning, I'm looking for targets, I'm writing the dope down. On my turrets, I got basically distances already put into it, so I am just trying to find the targets. But hopefully you guys enjoy watching this. You're going to hear this weird noises in the background, and those are basically, I guess, crickets is what the locals were saying. And it's kind of weird, especially when you're wearing Ear Pro that is powered and it has audible speakers in it and microphones. It kind of magnifies in the background, and you're probably hearing it here as well. So let's watch some videos. Have a little fumble here. I can't get my mag out of my. For some reason, it wouldn't come out, but did pretty decent on this one. But here you go. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks.
Back, next position. Impact, next target.
position back here? Doesn't matter.
About 95%. Impact. Next target. Impact. Make safe. Watch it for an 8. Come out of his jacket in a minute. Shooter, your time starts now. The black post is your sighting pin, 2 outside limiters in white, and your shooting position is this unmarked stake up here. One position, four targets.
Did something a little bit different here that I normally never do. This is the first time I've actually done it. But I noticed that these targets were tiny, very narrow. They were groundhogs. And I needed to be really, really precise. These weren't larger targets that, being a tenth or two off would be a big deal. So I actually put exactly what the distance was into my Kestrel, confirmed it, and then actually dialed for these. I think it was 0.3 and 0.6. And then, or 0.3, 0.3, 0.6, 0.3, I think. But I wanted to make sure that my dope is correct. So as it heats up throughout the day, your velocity changes a little bit. So I didn't want to overshoot these. So I actually spun up the Kestrel right before the stage just to have a good reading. And then once I found the ranges, I just confirmed it and then dialed it.
What'd you do, man?
Good. Got clean. Hey, use that. Did you?
target. Yeah. 38 seconds, Rick. Sun's time. Impact. Lock and clear. What'd you do, Rick? Got a 2. That's what I'm talking about. What'd you do yesterday? Oh, bummer. You had a better score than me on stage 3, that raccoon with the brutal 3.
Timer started. Impact. Next position. Re-engage. Impact. Next position. One minute. Impact. Next position. Seconds. Re-engage. Impact. Catch for a 6, sir.
I'll take a 6.
Yeah.
Let's see what the Hornady prize table looks like. Oh, they're still building it.
Yeah.
There he is right there, Mr. Travis. Go ahead. Sorry, bud. Sorry. No, you're good.
50% off of the. Oh, sorry.
Ceremonies.